Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Drill of the Week. This is Drill of the Week number 13, Major Doo-Doo. Um, Again, I apologize for the notepad, but it helped keep me on track. Anyway, if you haven't watched number 12, the last one that I did, Minor Doo-Doo, I would encourage you to watch that one first. Listen to me flap my gums about legato tonguing and the addition of a new syllable into your uh, bag of tools for articulation. And that will answer a lot of questions. If you haven't watched number 12, you'll be missing a little bit. So, anyway, go back and watch number 12, Minor Doo-Doo, and then come back and watch this one, Major Doo-Doo. Okay, what is Major Doo-Doo? And how is it different than number 12, Minor Doo-Doo? Well, first of all, it's in a major key as opposed to the minor key. And second of all, I'm just using this as a way to, again, work on my legato tonguing, but now apply it as softly as I can in the low register. So there's a little bit of a different set of applications. The basics and the same fundamentals apply, but there's some adjustments that you have to make when playing in the low register, and that's what we'll discuss. So first, what is the pattern? Uh, I do it a little bit more briefly. It's a little shorter than Minor Doo-Doo. The pattern is 1, major 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. And the reason I make it a little bit more brief is because the airflow in the low register um, kind of dictates that you make a slightly abbreviated version of it so that you don't feel taxed. Because one thing that will kill your ability to play soft and smooth in the low register is being out of air. So, I mean, we can extend our airstream in other studies, but for this, we're just really focused on playing soft and legato while in the basement. So, again, kind of a slow tempo. The syllables that I'm thinking of are the D followed by an OO, like a do, and it's do, 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 do. That's it. And then I'll go down a half step. Today, again, I'm on my C tuba. I start on low C below the staff and play that pattern. Take a break, take a breath, whatever you need, empty spit, go down a half step, start on B, do the same pattern. Take a break, go down another half step. And today, for this video, I recorded it from low C and repeat the series until I got down to pedal C. Um, this valve register, there's a couple of things when you're getting into that low register that are slightly different than playing from low C and going up. The same articulation applies as in that I'm using the D, where instead of the tip of my tongue, like in a T articulation, or the middle or back of my tongue with the K, I'm using kind of someplace in between. Now, that spot's going to be different for everybody depending on their own physiology, but it's also going to change as you start going progressively lower. And what's going to change is where that tongue stroke occurs within your mouth relative to your aperture and the mouthpiece. Um, when you go down, as you start descending into the low register, you may start to wonder, well, I think I'm detecting that my tongue is actually starting to strike between my lips, and as I go lower with my jaws a lower, slightly lower set or more open as I'm descending, is my tongue actually going between my lips? And I'm going to tell you, probably it is. Again, I'm not. There's no rules. Make it sound good. As Jake would have said, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if it's all wrong. As long as it sounds good, that's what's important. And that applies. That concept applies to this study. But don't let that throw you off, and don't slavishly try and lock yourself into a certain tongue position or tongue stroke. All you need to focus on are, Here are the intervals. As always, hear in your head what it is you're trying to accomplish. Play the major pattern. Um, Try and keep it as soft and connected as you can while using this D syllable. The only other thing that I would say that you really also want to have happen at the same time, and I said this in Drill of the Week number 12, is your lips, in order for them to vibrate efficiently in any register, but especially the low register, is that they have to be supple. And what creates supple tissue and really vibratory lips is really committed, firm corners that define the vibrating surface within the mouthpiece. If you let your corners go and you puff your cheeks, you're going to shoot air balls on this. You're going to struggle with getting the notes to consistently speak when you want them and holding any kind of pitch. So focus on that. And then finally, make sure you're not using too much mouthpiece pressure. A lot of times we get focused in on this sensory or perception feedback of how the mouthpiece feels on our chops, especially when we're playing in the low register, because we're looking for kind of a set or a shift. And that's fine if you use a shift down there. I use one, not all the time, but I mean, I'm not going to not use it if it works better than my regular embouchure. But regardless of what you do or where you place the mouthpiece, don't cram it on, because if you smash the mouthpiece rim into your chops, firm corners or not, it's going to trap your embouchure. It's going to keep it from being flexible, and you'll really struggle. So one thing is, while you're doing all these other things that you're trying to think about and focus on while learning this skill and practicing the study, also monitor mouthpiece pressure. Make a concerted effort to have just enough pressure on the mouthpiece to keep an airtight seal, and you should be good to go. I think that pretty much covers it. Again, as with the last video, it's very, very, very soft that I'm playing. My gear isn't the best. I'm recording all this on an iPad, which is hopefully going to change soon. I'll buy a camcorder. But when I get done jacking my jaw, blah, 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 then crank up the volume so that you can hear how soft I'm playing. It's no special effects. I'm really playing as softly as I can. So I hope you enjoy it. That's it. That's Drill of the Week number 13, Major Doo-Doo. Hope it helps.